Good evening, guys. Hope you're doing well. What's happening out there in G-Land? Everybody doing good, I hope. The only thing I've done today is water the garden. I've just been chilling out and resting and resting. I got myself wore out again. Too much gardening in the heat. So I just stayed home and napped and pottered, and then this afternoon come out and water the garden some. But you know, sometimes when you water in the garden you don't pay attention because there's so much to see. And I just realized how much these trees have grown back here. Crazy. Got a lot of basil growing back here. So I give it to the birds, and I eat it too. Put it in my food. The banana trees got beaten up. Once I give the bananas, they pass anyway. But it's all falling down inside, so I've got to clear all that out now. Just get in there with my knife and cut it all up and get it off the new ones. Look what's happening to that baby there. So I was listening to an interview of a medical doctor and a doctor in nutrition, and they were talking about selenium and the benefits. And one of the things that's really good, especially for guys my age, right, is it helps to prevent heart attacks and heart problems. They said if you're deficient and you take 50% more than you were taking, you could decrease your risk of any heart problems by 25%. So I was like, interesting. So so what he said was, you can try eating foods that are rich in selenium, which is Brazil nuts and other foods. You can research that online. But he says most plants that are supposed to have the selenium in do not have sufficient amounts. So he said the best thing to do is supplement, whether you like it or not. So yesterday I actually bought some selenium. A little bit expensive here in Thailand, but I bought some, and it said, probably a marketing ploy, pharmaceutically grade selenium, 50 micrograms, and that's all we have to get each day is 50 micrograms. So I bought some. It cost me 800 baht for a 3-month supply at 50, but there's other things in it too, zinc and some other things. You know, not everything needs something to, what is it, synergy or something they call it. So I just thought I'd mention that to do your research and think about it. You know, I don't have a heart problem, but I don't need a heart problem either, right? So the river's just over there through those weeds, bushes, whatever you want to call them. It's kind of grown up again. And this is the woods. And I got my little garden over there, look, say, by the road. The reason I wanted to show you the woods here is I was going to cut all this part by the river here down. I was going to cut it all down so I could plant avocado trees and jackfruit trees and other things along this bank here where it goes down the river. That was my plan. And then I thought, that's a lot of work. So then I thought, I don't know what to do. You know, do I cut them all down so I can plant the fruit trees here? And then, again, another epiphany. You know, I was talking about in the back behind this, there's another little spot. I was thinking of building a small little house back there, just for fun. And if somebody wanted to come stay, they could stay in it. I know many people said they wanted to come stay here, but you know, I don't have a spare room. I only have a 1-bedroom house. I live here by myself. So, I thought, you know something? I'm not going to cut it down. I'm going to build a tree house in it. So if you trim all these little branches out the way and get up to that big trunk, you could go over to that one over there, across to that one, this one in the middle that's bendy. Might have to move him out the way, I guess. But then you could come across to here. So you could actually, it would be like from there, what is that, 4 meters 4 meters across to there, to the other, behind this one, about 3 meters up into that corner, and then another 4 meters back. So from this one to this one is about another 5 meters. So that's a big old space, but it'd be between 4 trees. And it'd be high off the ground, at least 3.5 meters up off the floor. So that would be kind of cool. And it would be, so you could have a space, just a scientific guess, 3 meters by 5 meters, 4 meters by 5 meters, you could have one room 20 meters square. What do you think? Have to have a pot in there, a shower in there, and a bed in there, and a place to sit with a balcony. What do you think? And the balcony could look right over here, and see, if I clear all that mess out the way, you could see the river. Like a little epiphany this morning, don't chop it down, but trim it all back out, and then put the a tree house in there, and then I don't have to worry about building the house on the floor. So that's the job. I just have to find somewhere else for the avocado, jackfruit, and durian trees. But I've got space over here I can probably put them in. So if I cleared some of those bushes off the floor out the way, I don't know what they are, they just grow there naturally, I can plant some in there. Definitely the avocado. The durian can come out here and go on the ground out here. And the jackfruit can go somewhere else. But the avocado, I got to be careful because it does not like the direct sun. So finally, I got an idea. I thought of a tree house, but build it on stilts. And that's the first time I ever thought of a tree house, but actually building it in a tree. Because I just kept thinking, I don't want to be next to those trees, but they do provide good shade. They're not fruit trees, but they're definitely good shade. So, you know, you think if you have a house in there, well, this pole here, if you put it at that height, if you're standing on top of that, it'd still be a good tree house. It'd be fun with a view of the river. What do you think? Just clear out all the branches so you can see. I think that would be really cool. I put these in, the big poles here, I put them in because I was going to put salang across to grow vegetables in here, but one man can't do it all, so I just said I can't do anymore. So I bought them, had them delivered, dug the hole, concreted them in, mixed the concreted them in, and then said too much, I can't do it. But I'm not going to get rid of them, so maybe I just incorporate that into the part of the treehouse later. That can be a walkway to come outside. What do you think? From under the tree. Good idea? I don't know. Crazy, huh? Crazy, yes. But I think I can do it. Just have to be careful. Don't go falling down. Maybe put some a wooden frame up. I don't know. Not think about that far. I had the epiphany just to build it, so no more thinking right now. Well, I think I'm not going to cut. I was going to let somebody cut all the trees and take the wood, but now I'll just say no, leave them alone. Okay, guys, that's it. Kevin's musing's over for the day. I'm going to sign off and say good night. Look after yourselves. All the very best. I hope this finds you in good health and happy. All the very best, guys. Good night. Buckets and rivers. What does that mean? All the best. Good night.